Center to United and across the country, by standing together we show that America's spirit will never be broken. We will always show hope, faith, and reliance. We may not always agree, but we all share a common love, and that is for our country. So we stand, and for those who receive flags, hold them high, and let's bond together as one and show we are a strong nation that cannot be broken. As the Homer Center Marching Band takes the field in preparation for our national anthem, and we hear America the Beautiful, let us offer a silent prayer of remembrance and sing along as we remember those lives lost 20 years ago. And may God bless America.
Above the fruited plain, America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown that good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. From sea to shining sea.
Our ITT pregame show will continue after this on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
The alma mater by the Wildcat Marching Band.
I'm running for judge because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Every day, businesses open with a determination to make this day better than yesterday. Families work to create a better life. Communities come together to provide better opportunities. At First Commonwealth, we're proud to be part of this journey to a better tomorrow, to provide resources that help businesses succeed, to inspire families to save for a brighter financial future, to help support our communities and keep them strong, and be better together every day.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home.
Our Indiana Total Therapy pregame show continues on the WCCS Wildcat radio and video network, and by special hookup we have Sergeant Adam Lewis from the Pennsylvania Army National Guard joining us. And the Wildcats, if you're at the game, are going to be watching the video stream as we move along this evening, wearing specially provided camouflage jerseys as provided by the Guard. And first of all, Sergeant Lewis, talk about the program. I know this goes on across the Commonwealth, but to my knowledge, Homer Center will be the only Indiana County-based school that will be wearing the camouflage jerseys. So talk about how it all came to be.
Sure, and thank you for this opportunity to be here. It's our pleasure. So the Pennsylvania Army National Guard, we have a program where high school football teams can participate in our jersey program, and on one of their home game nights, they have the opportunity to wear our jerseys and to represent the Pennsylvania Army National Guard.
Well, you were here earlier in the week on Monday, on Labor Day, and they were distributing the jerseys, and you addressed the team. And it's interesting, I think, this weekend, as we will always remember, but this being the 20th anniversary of the tragic events of September 11th, 2001. Here we are 20 years later, and the Wildcats will have a special ceremony and commemorate the devastating losses of 9/11. And you addressed the team about that and the Guard in general, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That's correct.
Can you talk about how that was received? I know these players were not with us. They weren't born yet back in 2001. We were, of course, and I'm sure you have some vivid memories from that day.
I do.
What can you tell us?
Sure. So it is amazing to be a part of history. So that particular day, I was a senior in high school, and I was actually in between classes when the World Trade Centers got hit. And up to that point, I had always wanted military service, but that particular event, strengthened my willingness to join. So
that was something you talked to the young men about. You're there for them if they want to talk about joining the Guard and doing what you've done, protecting the freedoms that we all enjoy in our great nation.
That's correct.
And the Guard in general uses these types of programs as a way to reach out to young people, don't you?
That's correct. We do.
Well, thanks for doing this. Thanks for providing the jerseys tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun to call the game. Hopefully the numbers are easy to spot.
Right.
We get spoiled with the black and white,
That's correct.
So either way, it's an honor for those people. I think that was part of the message that you delivered. It's an honor to wear this uniform tonight, and I'm sure you'll be honored to see them out on the field.
Absolutely. That's correct.
Thanks for doing this.
My pleasure.
Sergeant Adam Lewis of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. The Wildcats will be wearing camo tonight as provided through the special program. Many schools across the Commonwealth participating. Homer Center is one of them. We say thank you, Sergeant Lewis, and to everyone, all of our veterans and those currently serving to protect the freedoms that we all enjoy in our great nation. With Sergeant Lewis, I'm Mark Burdig on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network. More to come on our Indiana Total Therapy pregame show after this.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Oh, now you do your job.
This is the voice of the Crimson Hawks, Jack Benedict, with some exciting news. I'd like to invite you to join me and IUP football coach Paul Tortorella every Monday night at CH Fields in the Hilton Garden Inn for Hawk Talk with the coach. Hawk Talk will be on the air from 6 to 7 p.m. every Monday on U92.5 and video streamed as well. But the real key will be for IUP fans to stop by to meet the coach, staff, and team members, maybe even grab a beverage or dinner. Join us every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. at CH Fields in the Hilton Garden Inn, Wayne Avenue in Indiana for Hawk Talk.
In his career, 5 more wins, he'll become the winningest coach in Homer Center, Lower Lamar, Homer City football history. Rick Filestone's the record. He coached 18 seasons from 1980 to 1997, 102 wins, 71 losses, 3 ties, and coach is closing in.
I think he's got a pretty good shot at it if he wishes to continue. Then
well, it'd be nice to see 5 more this year, right?
That would be very nice, and I'm sure he's pointing toward it. But game 1 here.
Wildcats in the camo jerseys. Going to be tough night for our spotter. Kick hits an up man, but it's covered at the 41-yard line as kicking that off for the Homer Center Wildcats.
It's a Mason Bell.
Yeah, it was Mason Bell.
They have 3 guys that can kick the ball. It's a unique kind of a lineup they have when they do their kickoffs. Rather than kick deep, they just decided to pick one of them from the sideline, and then that's who does the kicking, and it's generally a squib. It didn't work out so good.
I was told at the practice, Monday at Labor Day practice, that it's a last-second decision. From the shotgun, Boring, he's going to keep it, and slants around the left end up near the 45-yard line. 41 was the line of scrimmage, a gain of about 4 yards. We have some number changes for Homer Center tonight, too, with the camo uniforms. Michael Yount credited with that tackle. He's one of them. He goes from 61 to 74. Isaiah Bent's wearing 69 tonight. Ball on the left hash. United operates toward the north end zone. Boring keeping it again. Toward the United bench, left sideline, doesn't get much, over the 45-yard line. Let's see, other number changes. He's injured, but Isaiah Turk in uniform 57. Romulo Stokos 55 tonight. And I think that's, Eli Butterly, I should say, wearing 76. Gain of a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Kind of a wildcat look here for the Lions. They're taking direct snaps and then just taking off.
Yeah, they go unbalanced. Look like they moved early. No flag. And Boring up the middle, but nothing doing, a yard or so. And United will have to punt. Isaiah Bentz on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. Coach Marabito said with the injuries and everything they've gone through, they actually moved starting center Ethan Hickson, and you identified him properly as the starting fullback. They had him kind of in an H-back as they went unbalanced and tried loading things up, but they do go 3 and out.
They're going to do what they can. I think they ought to take a lot more time, Mark.
14th punt already of the season for Boring. The left footer, end-over-end kick, takes a United bounce and spins down at about the 27-yard line, a punt covering 32 yards.
Got the job done, got it down into the Wildcat territory. One of the keys I said is the Lions need to take their time between plays. Run that play clock down. Don't get Homer Center on the field too quick. And maybe get their defense a little bit of a shot. So we'll see how they play here this first series for Homer Center.
I think I said the 27. It's the 23 where it rolled dead. Field looks magnificent. Ed Sutter, Mookie Wilson, and the Grand's crew doing a good job. So the Wildcat offense averaging 23 points a game, 160 yards rushing, 104 passing, 271 in those first 2 games is what they're averaging. And Cole McAnulty hands it off, and it's Troop. And United's going to tackle him for a loss. Back to the 25-yard line, no surge, and official timeout being called. I'm not sure what that's all about. On the tackle, Cade McCulley on the tackle.
But the 52 had to come off the field. I'm assuming that's an equipment adjustment. He came off under his own power, so that's probably why they waved him off.
Austin Zenizak, a receiver to the right. Anthony Rowland now slot left, and they split Noah Henry, the tight end, to the left boundary. And Cole McAnulty takes the direct snap. Passes underneath to Noah Henry, up to the 25 to the 26-yard line. So a short gain of about 5 or 6 yards, but a well-conceived play.
It's a safe play. That's what they were trying to do. And a nice tackle out in the open field there. I'm going to check number
Wade
30.
Plowman
Wade
made
Plowman.
that tackle.
Nice tackle. He was one-on-one out there.
United's defense has not been strong. They've given up 90 points. And they're allowing a lot of yards. A give up the middle, Colin Troop. It's Cole McAnulty. Breaks the tackle, and he's out over the 40 to the 41-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 15 yards. Jacob Boring, the free safety, made that tackle, and the Wildcats a new set of downs.
A nice read there by Cole. He saw that linebacker. They're blitzing the linebacker, and they're coming right at Troop with that blitzer, and he just stuck it in the stomach and then took it out and had a nice big hole to run through. Nice job.
Ball on the 41-yard line. Sidecar left is Troop. And Cole hands it off to Troop, comes near sideline, cradles that ball with the left hand. Big collision as he approaches midfield, gets to the 49-yard line. On the tackle, Aiden Stifler. The cornerback on the left side, or right side, came up and made that play.
Nice cut by Colin Troop on that. He saw that hole, the play was going right. He saw the hole open left, and he made a nice cut.
We are scoreless. 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Wildcats' first possession of the game started at the 23. They're at the 49. Pistol back, and that is Troop. Troop up the middle. 3 white jerseys have him, but he plows his way in. He was down. The ball came loose. Holding on for dear life for the United Lions was inside backer Austin Clark. 5'11", 150-pound senior.
Noah Henry in the backfield that time as a blocker, and that hole opened real nice off the left side. One thing about Colin Troop, he runs hard. He's typical of some of the backs Homer's had in the past.
Ball into United territory at the 43. On the left hash, Wildcats operate right to left out of our S&T Bank broadcast booth, and flinging down Colin Troop is the big nose guard, Aiden Montgomery. Inserted as a starter for the first time this season, a 6'5", 320-pound freshman.
He's every bit of that. Look at him out there.
Trayston Tomlinson, a junior, 5'9", 185. He was knocked out. He had been a starter. Austin Zenizak, receiver to the right boundary, wide side of the field toward the United bench where some of their coaches shade their eyes from the sun that's glaring on that side. Backside pressure coming. Cole throws downfield, jump ball deflected away and incomplete, almost intercepted by free safety Jacob Boring. Intended receiver Michael Krajosic, and Boring clearly had better position at the 10-yard line, so the Wildcats all of the sudden bogging down. They're faced with third down and about 10, make it 11 to go.
They tried to ISO Michael on the corner there, and they did, but the corner covered well. And Cole wasn't able to get much on that. That ball kind of floated out there, so the defender really had a lot of time to get under it and knock it away. Nice play.
Third down, almost 11 from the United 44-yard line. Twins right down below us. Zenizak and Rowland. They fake the toss. Here comes Cole McAnulty, but the Lions have Cole. And it was Cade Krause, the tackle, that had him first, and then he got some help from Austin Clark. But maybe a yard gain, 4th down and 9 from the United 43. Let's see what the Wildcats head coach Greg Page has up his gray sleeve with 6:35 left in the first quarter.
Well-designed play, just better defensive execution that time. Krause made a nice play on that. Did not go for the play fake.
United allowing 349 yards of offense. Cole going to throw a streak pattern down the left sideline for Rowland, and he hauls it in. Touchdown as he's tackled into the end zone. Well-thrown ball, 4th touchdown pass in as many weeks, or in 2 weeks, for Cole McAnulty. And Anthony Rowland has his second in as many weeks, and it's 6-0 Homer Center. Big 4th down conversion all the way into the end zone.
Beautiful play there. He just got the ball. McAnulty got it out and up, and it just led Rowland perfectly. Caught it right in stride. That is not easy to do, but they do practice those long passes every week. And I go up there, I've watched them a few times. That one was done beautifully.
Wildcats just 2 of 7 in 2-point conversions. They come out with a sidecar left Troop motion man behind the formation toward the Wildcats sideline. They throw in the end zone, too tall for the intended receiver. Anthony Rowland on a comeback. So they're 2 for 8 in 2-point conversions, but they do have the lead on the big 4th down conversion. 6-0 Homer Center, 6:16 to play in the first quarter on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
There's a good amount of space we can move it up to very farther, you know?
All right, we got to try to put those corners.
Oh, I know, yeah, they missed that entire thing.
You guys have problems?
We're so crammed up there, they missed it. Like, we get a 20-yard line, it's just wooden board, so we're going to try and move the camera up. There's still a good amount of space in, like, the wall and sidelines. We're going to get a see if we can do something.
Is everything working okay?
Oh, yeah, it's just we missed the catch, that's why.
Shannon Lipniskus. Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues. You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
Our family business has served Indiana and the surrounding counties for more than 3 decades.
Once you do business with Hutton Blues Insurance, we'll make you a customer for life.
So best of luck, area teams, from your friends at Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
Downed immediately by the United Lions, and downing that football was Zach Travis at about the 39-yard line is where they're going to take over with 6:16 left. Ward, why don't you give the Luther Ford drive summary?
Well, I will do that. It was 9 plays, 77 yards, took 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Pretty good coverage.
We have a media timeout on the field. So 9 plays, 77 yards, took 4:02. We'll step out for 30 on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night. 6-0 Homer Center.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
Ridge offers a full spectrum of urgent care 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Old Route 22 in Blairsville. Get in, get out, get better. A part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. We are set to go. United at their own 39-yard line, and Boring takes the direct snap. He's going to try to get to the corner, and he's met by Roland, I believe that is, or is it Colin Troop? These camo jerseys, we're going to struggle a little bit with the spots, but it is Colin Troop, 18, not 10, that made that tackle. Camo with black numbers, and it'll get tougher word as the night goes on.
It's a good thing it's not muddy.
We understand
Coach Mester here does all that.
With all the cameras upstairs, the positioning of all these cameras isn't ideal. They're trying to make some adjustments on the fly because there's a lot of wooden barriers up there, and so we apologize on that first touchdown. We understand that we swung the camera and had a great view of one of the pieces.
The support structure there. Oh, that's important too.
Boring, empty backfield, takes the shotgun snap, slips, goes down on his own. Inside the 35-yard line. They may spot it at the 35. We'll see, but he's going to lose about 6 or 7 yards on that play. And they do put it right on the paint, pretty much in the center of the field where United is behind the chains, Ward. Third down and 14. This United offense, 4 points a game, 178 yards rushing, 0 passing yards. They start normally 3 seniors, 2 juniors, 5 sophomores, and a freshman. That's a tough recipe.
Yeah, it sure is. And a lot of them hadn't played much last year, so it makes it difficult to get any continuity. They're trying to move the chain. And I think it's important to get a couple first downs early on, stay in the ball game.
They load up to the left with a couple of H-backs, and Boring looking to throw, does throw, and he overshoots his intended receiver, who was open in front of the United bench for a first down, Caden McCauley. And it's incomplete. He just misfired, Boring did. He's 1 of 8 coming into tonight's game for 3 yards. By the way, out-of-town scoreboard, big game down in Blairsville, River Valley 7, and Marion Center nothing.
Yeah, that'll be a good test as to just how good River Valley is going to be. We all expect them to be pretty good.
Long snappers, Ethan Hicks and Boring. The left footer gets an end-over-end high kick away, and it's taken by Krajosic. Makes a quick move, but he's going to be hauled down as riding roughshod on him. I think that's Gage Grassmeyer on the punt coverage team for United. So, Pretty good effort by Boring.
Yeah.
4:27 left. It's a 31-yard punt, about a 4-yard return.
You know, the Lions are just trying to come full bore with as many people as they can to jam up Hummer's running game. Wildcats' offensive line, that first series, though, did a nice job of blocking, cracking some holes open. And when you get that isolation passes, those streaks down the sideline, it's one-on-one, and that is difficult. And when they can execute it the way the Wildcats did that first drive, really tough to stop.
Wildcats at their own 37-yard line, leading 6-0 here on WCCS Radio and Video Network. And Cole McAnulty takes the snap, hands it off to Troop. Around the right end, short yardage up near the 40. On the far side of the field, coming up to greet him, was Jacob Boring for the United Lions.
Troop with the carry with the right side, gave him about 3 yards.
Adjustment, the hole was up the middle. Troop had to bounce it outside. Nice job by the Lions to seal that off.
Last week, and was a week of firsts at Duffy Doherty Stadium in northern Cambria. Quarterback Cole McAnulty tossed his first career touchdown pass. 83-yard strike to Krajosic, 1 of 3 on the night. I'll get back to this point. Cole's going to keep it. Cole, a good haul up the middle to the 45, tackled from behind by Plowman as he gets to about the 48-yard line, and good for a first down. Additionally, sophomore running back Landon Hill and junior wide receiver Austin Zenizak also scored their first varsity touchdowns of their career. So it was a night of firsts last week. Wildcats looking to make it a night of seconds, as in their second win. They lead 6-0 currently here in the first.
Get a little depth developed there, too.
Running back to the right as they struggle with these snaps, and they get it to Troop into United territory, breaks a tackle, and breaks another tackle, is in the loose at the 30 as he cut it back, and he fumble the football?
Yeah, he fumbled
did.
it.
I think the Wildcats got it back, and recovering the football way downfield was Mike Yunt. Good hustle by Michael Yunt.
You're going down to try to get somebody to block and said, whoops, look there, there's the egg on the floor. I better pick that up.
It ends up at the 29-yard line. Good effort by Troop. I'll tell you who is disgusted with himself on the United side was Aiden Stifler, because he thought he had him wrapped at about the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Homer Center. Give to Landon Hills, who's in the lineup, and he backs his way for some tough yardage to the 20 and close to another first down. Going to be a gain of 9 for United, Wade Plowman.
You can't take any breaths when you see Landon Hill come in there and say, oh, good, Troop's out. And here comes that battering ram, Landon Hill. And he goes pounding through. They're doing some adjustment work on Collins' Troop's shoulder pads, it looks like, down below here.
Second down, we'll call it 2. Hill in the backfield to the right of Cole McAnulty. Again, not a good snap from center. And Hill, though, dances through a hole. He's at the 10. He cuts it up at the 5, and he's all the way down to the goal line. Touchdown. Homer Center's Landon Hill. His second touchdown of the season. And, yeah, what a run. 21 yards, and the Wildcats lead 12-0 with 2:19 left in the first quarter.
I called him a battering ram, but he looked like O.J. Simpson out there. He made a couple of nifty moves in the secondary, went waltzing into the end zone.
Got a replay here, Ward, on the video side. Look at that cut at the 10-yard line, and then a second cut, little jump cut at about the 6, and then just powered his way into the end zone. And Cole McAnulty spinning his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as we come back live. So now we're starting to introduce replays on our video stream. Our digital manager, John Smathers, with all of this new equipment, doing a magnificent job. John, thank you for all of your efforts. That Luther Ford drive, 5 plays, 63 yards, took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Cats picked up 3 first downs along the way, and it was an F-150 by the name of Landon Hill that took it the final 21. We're going to come back with a Wildcat kickoff as we continue. It's now 14-0 Homer Center on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network on an IRMC High School Sports Night.
I'm with the voice of the IUP Crimson Hawks, Jack Benedict. And Jack, finally, you will be back in the booth broadcasting the Hawks. How good does that feel?
Mark, I'll tell you what, I can't wait. It is about time that I get back there.
And we'd like to invite your business to join our Hawks Booster Club.
That's right, back the best, the IUP Crimson Hawks, and help us sponsor the games for thousands of listeners on air and online. Check out the Crimson Hawk Sports Booster plan, which is attached.
Want to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle? Want to sell your current vehicle? At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Check out the great Luther Ford inventory and drive off today, or order the exact vehicle you want. Have a trade? Luther Ford will give you a check for your vehicle's high trade-in value. If you want to just sell your current vehicle, Luther Ford can pay you thousands over KBB. At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
By United, let's see who has that football. Grassmeyer for the Lions. Yeah, well, let me tell you, I talked to John McCullough yesterday, Ward. They are just decimated with
that's right.
COVID.
That's right.
He was going to be missing 4 two-way starters tonight.
That's right. I read that in the paper, and you're right. And that's probably part of the deal, although Purchase Line is very capable of beating a fully manned West Shamokin team.
From the 38-yard line, and it's a new quarterback in there and fumbling that ball. The backup is Zombronsky, but that's not him. That's Caden McCauley that's taking the direct snap and a little anxious.
Yeah.
Loses 4 yards back to the 34-yard line.
When you're back there getting those shotguns, if you do not watch the ball into your hands, that's going to happen. He was looking to where to run before that ball got to him, and it just bounced off his hand. Fortunately, he recovered. Now he's back at a wideout position here.
Boring back at quarterback. They load up the right side. Boring rolls to his right. Pressure coming from Aiden Bikina. Throwing underneath and deflected. Caught out of bounds. It is caught, but out of bounds is the receiver, Caden McCauley. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. 1:37 to play in the first quarter. 14-0. Homer Center Wildcats will be at West Shamokin. Next week we'll be on the air. On the radio side, it's 6:20. Video around 6:40, 6:45. Want to say hello to Michael Grimes, listening in Hatteras Island, North Carolina.
What a shame.
Says the broadcast sounds great. Not sure, Michael, if you're watching or listening, but it sounds beautiful. We have a beautiful night here. Boring on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. He's running for his life toward the sideline. Throws deflected and incomplete. Trying his best to haul that in for the United Lions was Wade Plowman.
Great effort.
Krajosic was all over him, and the ball's popping all over the place, and it was a juggling act. As he was going back toward the line of scrimmage, it finally fell incomplete at the 40. So it'll be 3 and out for the 3rd straight series, and United has negative yardage in this first quarter.
Yeah, they're just struggling to find something that works. Boring really was scrambling for his life there, just fired that, hoping Plowman could make a play, and he did, just couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, looks like maybe a fake, but now on the run, a rugby kick from Boring, and it goes into the United bench and in up the hill toward the cheerleaders. And Homer Center, depending where they spot it, we're going to take over at the 45-yard line, it looks. So a punt covering 21 yards, no return.
I figure it's worth the gamble if Homer goes to sleep or goes back to set up protection for the return. They could have left enough room for the run, but that did not happen. And Boring did a nice job of just getting it off. Unfortunately, he only got about a 20-yard punt out of it. Oh, it's back to the 45. I thought it was at the United 45.
21-yard punt, officially no return.
They need a stop, the Lions do, and Homer has not been too willing to allow that.
Ball on the far hash. Homer Center operating toward the north end zone. We'll see who's in the backfield this set. And whoever it is has the football, and they're sorry that they do. And it's a Justin Walbeck with only his 3rd carry of the season, and he loses a yard. Justin, 2 carries, 12 yards. Good for 1 touchdown as we approach the 1-minute mark here in this first quarter, brought to you by friends of Jim Struzzi. Thank you, Jim, our state representative.
I'm thinking that was heavier penetration than the coaching staff would have liked there.
Orsargas in the lineup for Homer Center. Jared Orsargas, a senior, taking the snap and handing off, and with it is Walbeck, and Caden McCauley has Walbeck. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, to the original line of scrimmage, to the 45-yard line, a gain of 1. So the Wildcats having trouble with this United front at times.
Yeah, the running game has been pretty solid, but the Lions, they're selling out, they're blitzing, trying to do anything they can to disrupt Homer's rhythm. Those two plays, they were successful. Let's see what they do here.
Different looking backfield here with Krajosik in the backfield and Walbeck. Now they send Krajosik out of the backfield in motion and Cole back to pass. They look to set up a screen, and it is incomplete. It went through the hands as a flag comes in. May have a lineman downfield. I think Isaiah Bentz and Sage Bernard both jumped the gun, to be honest with you.
There were two down there.
9 seconds left in this first quarter. Sloppy series here for Homer Center.
That's a play they need to get fixed. Screens are very valuable plays if you can run them properly. That one was set up beautifully, but unfortunately just they didn't execute.
So illegal man downfield is declined. Wildcats 3 and out, and Michael Krajosik. Oh, they accepted the penalty.
Man downfield on the Wildcats.
That's not a loss of down, is it?
Nope.
Apparently not. I'm not sure why they did that.
So 3rd and 15. I'm not sure why they would accept that penalty.
Lions. It's a 5-yard penalty.
So anyway, 9 seconds left in the quarter. Timeout called by Homer Center.
5-yard penalty.
We will keep it here for now. That's kind of a...
We're trying to figure out what's going on here.
Kevin Marabito, by the way, the head coach, again, if you missed it on our ITT pregame show, not with the team. I talked to him a couple of times this week. His dad took ill today, and we're wishing him the best.
Absolutely.
And Kevin and all of the family. I also mentioned, and for the fans that maybe just tune in around game time, a lot of history between Kevin Marabito and the Page family. Kevin Marabito was a player in Laurel Valley, 72, 73, 74, and there was an up-and-coming coach by the name of Jerry Page, who was an assistant coach and coached Coach Marabito, and Bert Toy was the head coach. And Kevin told me a couple of stories this week during our conversations that, he admitted that, his team was going to have a tough time. They're so undermanned and with all of the injuries. And I said, well, Coach Page, he's worried. I can tell you that. And he said, that's because he's like his dad. He said, I can tell you his dad was tougher on a team when they were facing a winless team than he was any other time. And it just wanted to keep everybody honest. And I think Greg is a little bit like Jerry and Bert Toy back in the day. 3rd and 15, so we'll see if this decision, how it works out for United. From the 40, Cole McAnulty takes the snap. Little pump fake, and he's going to throw the deep ball. And Boring out there, and there's a flag flying. The pass almost intercepted at the 20-yard line by Boring. Was there a bump and interference on this play? There's a push-off, yes, on United against Michael Krajosik. So will that be a 10-yarder and set up 3rd and 5, Ward, from midfield? Or is it 15?
I don't think it's 15. I think it's a 10-yarder, but I'm not sure if that's an automatic. And I'm here now. It's 15. Boom, boom, and boom. It is 15. Oh, my. Oh, my. When you're struggling, you don't need that. And again, they knew Michael was going deep. They tried to slow him down.
The Lions' 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
Boring had good position, though, Mark. If he'd have just stayed the course, I think they'd have held that play. But unfortunately, they didn't.
Well, it's
This is a little different here. As you notice, we commented on this. It used to be the quarterback would come to the sideline, get the play, and run back in. Anymore now, but the Homer is signaling the plays in now.
Well, that's been 3 years now they've been doing that, by the way, but you just picked up on it. Cole McAnulty has the football stripped, and United covers it as the first quarter comes to a close. United's going to have it. Coming up off the bottom of the pile was Isaiah Rose, a 6'2", 275-pound senior who got the paw in there and swiped it loose and recovered it as the first quarter comes to a close. So something to build on for United as we head to the second quarter. Thank you to Jim Struzzi, friends of Jim Struzzi, for providing first quarter sponsorship here tonight. 76th all-time meeting between the Lions and the Wildcats. They've played 76 straight years dating back to 1946. It's 14-0 Homer going to the first quarter break on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
I'm running for judge because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
This is the voice of the IUP Crimson Hawks, Jack Benedict, inviting you to follow the Hawks home and away on U92.5 FM and at U92radio.com. Start your Saturday game day with another Indiana County tradition, the Luther Ford High School Coaches Corner Show, every Saturday morning on WDAD AM 1450, 100.3 FM, and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Since 1969, Luther Ford's High School Coaches Corner, every Saturday from 8 to 10 on WDAD.
As we start the second quarter, handoff, Caden McCauley with the football, upended by Noah Henry, and he went and head over heels as he approached midfield for a gain of 3 yards. So we'll see if United can build off of this turnover.
That was a nice job by the Lions to strip that ball. The skid came from the corner, little blitz there.
Understand we lost some power here in the press box.
I don't see how, but we did. It's coming back.
It is Caden McCauley with the handoff up the middle. Good yardage into Wildcat territory to the 45, 44-yard line. They'll try to get the camera back, get the power back, and keep on rolling here. Third down and a yard. Mason Bell on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats.
This was one of the keys. Turnovers. The Lions needed to get a couple. They already got 2 here.
Working on getting things powered back up here again.
United is without a first down.
United looking for their first down of the game. They have a 3rd down and a yard. Strong left. McCauley direct snap. Hit. Dropped. Going to have to wait another down. Noah Henry.
Down nicely immediately by number 5, Noah
Popped them.
Henry.
That's a great tackle. Straightened up. Dead on. No gain whatsoever there.
6'1", 226-pound senior.
I'm sure the Lions are going for this. They need that first down badly.
14-0. Homer Center with the lead, as I think we got a camera back. Or
well,
they're working
did.
on it. Had it.
It's 8-8. Southern Huntington, Penns Manor 8-8.
Penns Manor, Southern Huntington tied at 8.
Competitive games.
River Valley Marion Center now tied at 7. And with the football, I don't think he got to that lead chain is Jacob Boring for United.
That's going to be
Homer
close.
Center going to hold.
For the first down, he is close to the marker. A host of Wildcat defenders in on that stop.
I think you're right, Mark. I think he's short.
They may bring the chains in. Football marked inside the 44. They're thinking about it. Eyeing it up.
Measure this for the first down yardage.
They're going to bring the chains across. I don't think he made it.
I don't either. After taking a look where the chain was before they brought it on the field, let's see. Oh, no. Easy half yard. Good job.
Who made that last tackle, Dennis? Do you know?
Not made by the Lions. The Wildcats.
Noah Henry, and then the interior of the line.
It was
on
a quarterback
that second
sneak right off of center. Wasn't a direct snap this time. That's a good job. Homer defense holds. Good field position. Up 14-0 here in the second quarter. 9:46 to go.
So the Wildcats will take over. Line of scrimmage, the 44.
The stream's still up, but I can't see the campus.
Wildcats with H-backs left and right. And they give it up the middle to Colin Troop. And Colin Troop lowers his shoulder, bangs his way to close to midfield. With the football, Troop and tackled on that play.
I believe it was for the Lions.
Good win on first down. Good solid 4 yards.
Evan Thomas on that tackle for the United Lions. Thomas wore 24 last week. They converted him because of the injuries.
Yeah.
From a tight end to a lineman. Defensively, he's an inside backer, but he's on the O-line this week. 2nd down and 4. Give to Troop a lot of running room. Comes near side of the 45 to the 40. Jacob Boring meets him and forces him out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of 13 for Troop.
You know, I watched Colin the first game, and I said, you know, you got to evolve as a running back. There's things you got to just do instinctively, and I'm starting to see him do that now, Mark. He's becoming a more complete back. He knows what he wants to do now. He's picking his holes and going.
1st and 10, Homer Center. 8:50 moving clock here in the first half. And Cole, pump fake, looking, now going to throw deep. Ball floating out there. It's a jump ball and a lot of contact, and that'll be interference on United. Ball was underthrown, and Krajosik waiting for it. And then I think it was Gage Grassmeyer that kind of fronted him and knocked him over as the ball was arriving at the 1 or 2 yard line, and I'm almost certain, it is against United. And that will give Homer Center an automatic first down.
It's a 15-yard penalty, and that'll be enough yards for a Wildcat first down.
Excellent.
That's their 8th first down of the half.
8th first down for Homer Center.
Cole's throwing some nice passes. That one was a little underthrown, but and it was a double coverage out there, but Michael had as good a shot at it as the 2 United defenders.
Cole McAnulty fakes to Troop, or it does give it to Troop, and Troop is pushed back. I thought he pulled it away and kept it, but he did hand it off to Cullen. And Cullen stacked up right near the line of scrimmage by that big nose guard, Aiden Montgomery, and also Caden McCauley with an assist.
Yeah, as the season progresses, Cole get better and better at reading when to give and when to keep. He's had a few flares of some very good decisions, but right now he's relying more on Colin.
Give up the middle, and Cole McAnulty down inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Homer Center is going to have a 1st and goal. That's about an 11-yard gain. How about Aiden Montgomery, 11 yards downfield, making that tackle?
Yeah. Well, Cole's a fast learner, apparently. He just picked that up already.
14-0 Homer Center, under 8 minutes to play in the half. In the backfield, Justin Walbeck along with Troop as they flank and split Cole McAnulty. And Cole takes the handoff, hands it to Troop. Troop is hogtied as he gets to the 5-yard line. Austin Clark, the inside backer. Clark, a senior, 5'11", 150. And it's going to be 2nd down and goal from about the 5-yard line.
Clark doesn't make that tackle. It's a touchdown. Another cut back against the grain by Troop. Nice job. Good defensive play, though, by Clark.
Good to hear from our friend from SeaWorld Satellites, one of our big high school sponsors, D. Ober. Says, nice stream. Audio is much, much better this week. We made some adjustments on that as well. Thank you, D. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Give to Troop. You could drive a truck, an F-150, right through that hole. Opened up by the left side of the offensive line. Isaiah Bentz, Sage Bernard, center Aiden Bakina, and Troop takes it in from 4 yards out. It's now 20-0 Homer Center with 7:07 left in this first half.
Ain't much you can add to that. It was just a well-blocked play. Colin just went right down Broadway, untouched. I can't believe they have not been able to get a kicker, though. You'd think this would be an opportunity to try something from placement.
Haven't even worked on it. Troop with the handoff, and Troop going to be flung down by Zach Worthington, and the 2-point conversion is stopped. 7:07 left in the first half from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. From the classroom to the gridiron, S&T Bank has you covered. IRMC High School Sports Night coverage continues with the score now. Homer Center 20 and the United Lions nothing on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
This is the voice of the IUP Crimson Hawks, Jack Benedict, inviting you to follow the Hawks home and away on U92.5 FM and at U92Radio.com. Start your Saturday game day with another Indiana County tradition, the Luther Ford High School Coaches Corner Show, every Saturday morning on WDAD AM 1450, 100.3 FM, and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Since 1969, Luther Ford's High School Coaches Corner, every Saturday from 8 to 10 on WDAD.
It's high school football time, and that means time to stop by Luxembourg's Jewelers and lay away great gifts for the holidays. Luxembourg's offers a huge selection of diamonds and gems mounted in your favorite ring, pendant, or earrings. Score big with great giftware selections like keychains or pens, custom plaques and trophies for that special award. Team up with Luxembourg's Jewelers for that perfect gift and lay away today. Luxembourg's in the Indiana Mall, downtown, or on the web at luxembourgs.com. Luxembourg's Jewelers, we are Indiana's Jewelers.
Back with you, and it is Anthony Rowland, the left-footed kicker, kicking it out of bounds, and it goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line on the United sideline. We'll see what option United takes here. By the way, the Luther Fords drive through that hole, take an F-150. The drive summary, 6 plays, 56 yards, took 2 minutes and 39 seconds, 3 first downs along the way for Homer Center. Drive summaries all night long, brought to you by Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, Indiana County's truck leader for 50 years. Of course, the F-150 has been the number one selling truck in America for over 40 years. So United, with no time off the clock, going to start this drive at their own 45-yard line is where they spotted that ball out of bounds, and Boring keeps it. Off right tackle, maybe a yard. Just not a lot of options for United right now. Justin Walbeck, the inside backer, on the tackle. Justin coming into tonight's action, leading the team with 16.5 tackles. Number 2 on the team, Isaiah Bentz. He's had a good start to this season, the junior, with 11.5, 6 solo, 11 assists. And Mason Bell, 10.5 tackles, the inside linebacker. Walbeck's his mentor, right? Mason Bell, Jr., with 10.5 tackles. Second down and 9. Grassmeyer, receiver near side, wide side of the field toward the Homer Center bench. Boring throws on the run, and as he was throwing in his face and getting a piece of it, he's wearing a new jersey tonight. That is Riley Clevenger, who made an outstanding play. You know, when I go to practice, Riley's always one of the first ones to come up and say, "Hello, Mr. Burdig." And I always say, "Riley, you're one of the most polite kids." And he's got number 13, and you know why, Ward? I have it in the program book tonight. He told me he picked number 13. There were some sizing issues. Not everybody could get their regular number. Most did. Riley picked 13 on these Pennsylvania Army National Guard camo jerseys because that is the number of American soldiers that tragically lost their lives at the Kabul airport in Afghanistan. I thought, wow, that's a pretty strong story from Riley.
That's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Timeout on the field called by United. They're going to be faced with a 3rd and 9 when we return. They're at their own 46-yard line. Homer Center off and running in this football game from Memorial Field on an IRMC Sports Night. It's 20-0 Homer Center on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
Look at the...
It's high school football time, and that means time to stop by Luxembourg's Jewelers and lay away great gifts for the holidays. Luxembourg's offers a huge selection of diamonds and gems mounted in your favorite ring, pendant, or earrings. Score big with great giftware selections like keychains or pens, custom plaques and trophies for that special award. Team up with Luxembourg's Jewelers for that perfect gift and lay away today. Luxembourg's in the Indiana Mall, downtown, or on the web at luxembourgs.com. Luxembourg's Jewelers, we are Indiana's Jewelers.
Vinny Taglietti and Isaiah Bentz. Michael Yunt get in position. United loads up the short side of the field. Strong right. Boring with backside pressure coming. Throws. It's caught by McCauley. at the Homer Center 49-yard line, but they're going to be 4 yards shy of a first down and trailing 20-0. A decision to make here. The pass pretty well thrown by Boring, and McCauley had to take it, and basically his momentum carried him out of bounds. Wildcats are expecting punt. Michael Krajosik drops back, and it looks like United will punt it away. What is this, 4th punt, Jerry? And for Boring, it's his 17th punt of the season. He averages 24.6. Snap from center is good. The kick is away. High floating kick, and Krajosik takes it at the 21. Got the wheels going to the 30 to the 35. Breaks a tackle at the 40. 45, 50. Now heads far sideline. Sidesteps a tackler. He's off to the races. Heading toward the left sideline in the orange pylon, and he is into the end zone with one of the most spectacular returns you'd ever want to see, covering 79 yards for Michael Krajosik. That was a thing of beauty, and with 5:56 to play in the first half, it's now 26-0.
Key to that run is he caught it. It had a lot of open field so he could see downfield where he wanted to go. He ran to the right side, as you said, Mark. And once he broke a tackle at the Homer 40-yard line, he was free. He was on his way. He just made one cut across the midfield marker, and that was just a dead sprint to the corner of the end zone. No one was going to catch him. Number 58 for the Lions was shaken up on that. He's going off the field here. Let's see if I can find his number. Austin Clark, one of the had a pretty good game tonight.
28-yard punt, 79-yard return by Krajosik. And, wow, there were some moves along the way.
They're backbreakers, those punt returns. Homer, again, probably are going for 2.
I think John's showing the replay as we speak on the video side. Really, really spectacular. Cats shotgun formation, of course, with Krajosik in the backfield. He catches his breath. Get the kid some oxygen, right? And Cole takes the direct snap. Throws out in the flat, too low for Krajosik. Can't handle it. And the Wildcats come up empty again. These conversions are so frustrating. We're going to go to break on an IRMC Sports Night. 26-0 Homer Center on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
I'm running for judge because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge and Blairsville has been there for you and your family with convenient access. Urgent Care is open 7 days a week from 8 to 8 with seamless access to the main IRMC campus. Count on IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville. Enough with the waiting game. Get in, get out, get better. A part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. Wildcats enjoying a good life right now. 26-0. They lead it. 79-yard punt return from Krajosik. And Bell approaches the ball. There's a squibber, bounces off of Caden McCauley, but it's covered by United at about the 35-yard line, as pouncing on that ball was Gage Grassmeyer.
I would venture to guess that the second half we're going to see a lot of new players in
a lot
the
of new
game.
Camo jerseys. By the way, the PA National Guard, they have a booth here tonight. At least I was told they were going to have
it's across
booth.
the way. You can see a tent set up over there.
This is a program that they run across the Commonwealth. Homer Center, the only Indiana County school this year participating. So these jerseys at different points of the season, you could see them. Caden McAnally takes the direct snap, and he's swarmed under as he tries to fight for a yard. Caden McCauley, a sophomore, 5'7", 140. 23 rushes, 51 yards coming in. Going to give him a yard or two on the tackle. Noah Henry and Vinny Taglietti.
The defensive line's doing a nice job occupying the blockers. The linebackers have free reign. They're coming in, filling holes, doing a nice job. The Lions are going to have to figure a way to do some misdirection maybe, or try to sweep.
Second down and 8 for Homer Center. And Jacob Boring takes the direct snap. And he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss.
That little out pass they used on third down the last series would have been a nice play to run on first down. They give them a little field position, lessen the amount they need for the first down.
Noah Henry on another tackle. Lions have 13 yards of total offense in the first half.
And this defense, the second half of the Northern Cambria game, they were just outstanding, and that's continuing into tonight. I'm sure Coach Page has got to be pretty happy.
Third down and 9. And Boring, pretty good protection, throws a pass. McCauley hauls it in. Should be good for a first down right to the 45-yard line.
It's a nice play, little out pattern. McCauley did a nice job. It's a little low on the pass, but he went down, got it, and made the first down. Is that the first
down of the game?
The game for the Lions. Wow. 4:10 in the second period. They finally got a first.
First down and 10 from the 45. Boring with authority takes that shotgun snap and tries bouncing it around the right end, but didn't get very far, did he? Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe +1. Nose of the football over the 45-yard line. Isaiah Bentz on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats.
He's seeing a gap, but it closes so quickly he can't get through it to pick up an extra 2-3 yards. Homer just shutting it down.
Second down, almost 10 to go for United. It's 26-0 Homer Center, 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. 14 on the board for Homer Center in the first, 12 here in the second. Shotgun snap a bit high. Caden McCauley pulls it down and almost eluded a Homer Center defender for bigger yardage. Hitting him initially was Colin Troop. Or no, it was Mason. It was Landon Hill, 8, not 18 on the initial hit.
So difficult to construct an offense when you're missing key guys. You don't have some players that you want to use for different sets. So they're really relegated to this direct snap and just letting the quarterback make a decision as to which way he wants to go. They need to pass the ball here.
Gage Grassmeyer drops his mouthpiece, picks it up, and puts it in his mouth, and Homer Center jumped offside on the left side of that line. And it's going to be a 5-yard mark-off against the Homer Center Wildcats.
Coach Page is mad. They played a nearly perfect first half, and one penalty, and you could see him down there upset.
So it'll be third down and about 4 to go. 2.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Nice crowd tonight. I think I mentioned that, but United brought a lot of folks too, and that's good to see.
Ball at the 49-yard line. And taking the snap, Boring, pressure coming up the middle, Noah Henry, and he just spikes the ball, gets rid of it, and he's hit. That's going to be a flag on Homer Center for a late hit, and that will keep the drive alive.
Yes, it will.
For there's not a late hit, intentional grounding instead. Let's see. Yeah, it is intentional grounding. My bad.
Well, I thought you were right the first time, Mark. He got nailed out of bounds after he passed, but that was during the course of the pass.
A 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul and the loss of down.
But nobody bumped Noah Henry. He come off this right side untouched, and that's usually bad news if you're a quarterback. And it was there.
It'll be 4th down and 22 from the 33-yard line.
Well, if you're on the punt team for United, you're going to get in a lot of times here.
Back to the 33-yard line, and Boring snaps short, hops him, and there's a flag on the play. Wobbler hits at the Homer Center 42 and rolls dead at the 40, and we'll see what the penalty is all about with 2:04 remaining here in the first half, and Homer Center having it their way, 26-0. Procedure on United. Was that the call, Dennis?
It's on Homer Center, I believe. It's going to make him punt it again.
Next week out at West Shamokin, 6:20 on the radio side, 6:40, 45 or so on the video side.
Big game this early in the season, but game 4.
So illegal procedure on the Lions.
Illegal formation of the Lions. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Purchase line leading West Shamokin 14-8. Cambria Heights in the Coal Bowl, 21-0 over Northern Cambria. Marion Center, River Valley 7 apiece at the end of one.
14-13 Marion Center.
Marion Center update now leading 14-13.
Ooh, that's a battle. Going to be an interesting year. Some very good teams are going to be playing each other, knocking each other off.
So they're going to kick it again, and the rugby-style kick this time from Boring, and Krajosic hauls it in with his fingertips down around his ankles, and the Wildcats will take over at their own 42, leading 26-0 on an IRMC Sports Night. 33-yard punt, no return on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Every day, businesses open with a determination to make this day better than yesterday.
McInaldy takes the direct snap and a pass out in the flat. And let's see who has that football. As an injured United Lion upfield is on his back, it might be Anthony Rowland, as Zenizak and Krajosic are near side, and it was Rowland. Takes it from the 43-yard line into United territory to the 48.
Cade Krause is the injured Lion. Boy, they sure couldn't afford to lose him. He's a junior at 5'10", 226, 236 actually.
1:46 remaining from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. IRMC Sports Night coverage will continue. We have an injury timeout. Cade Krause, as Ward mentioned, on his back at about the 42-yard line of Homer Center. They attend to him. We'll come back. Homer Center 26, United nothing on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
Every day, businesses open with a determination to make this day better than yesterday. Families work to create a better life. Communities come together to provide better opportunities. At First Commonwealth, we're proud to be part of this journey to a better tomorrow, to provide resources that help businesses succeed, to inspire families to save for a brighter financial future, to help support our communities and keep them strong, and be better together every day.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys? Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Oh, now you do your job.
National Guard. Sergeant Adam Lewis just came up and mentioned that a girl by the name of Piper Carney, a United School District student, just enlisted last week. She's here tonight. She's a United cheerleader thank you, Piper, for your service to come to our great nation.
That's pretty neat.
2nd down and a yard to go. And low snap and throwing out in the flat, incomplete. Looking ahead was Landon Hill. There were some white jerseys coming his way, and that play not executed very well at all, so it'll be 3rd down and a yard.
We're trying some things that they may need to do as the season progresses. That one they would need to work on a little more. A lot of this comes with Cole getting more and more comfortable back there too, Mark. You know, he kind of rushed himself on that. He had plenty of time to make the pass, but kind of rushed it.
Roland, Troop, Hill, and Krajosik, the touchdowns for Homer Center tonight. Give and a 1st down carry. Cade McCauley has Landon Hill, but not before Landon goes from the 48 to about the 43 of the United Lions.
Boy, these two backs are going to serve this offense very well, being able to bring one in fresh.
Give and a pass to Roland, and Roland inside the 40 down to about the 39, maybe the 38, far sideline on this side in front of the United sideline. Cade McCauley and Aiden Stifler on that tackle.
Nice little out pattern ran that time.
Also on that tackle,
McAnally put it right on the numbers.
Here's a pass, and Krajosik, quick move at the 25, and he's going to take it to the house. 38-yard touchdown pass as a flag is down. We'll see what that's all about. Will it count? 38-yard touchdown pass.
No,
it's coming back.
Will not.
Holding on Homer Center.
I don't know if you noticed, but that was a rope. Cole McAnally has a good arm. That ball was a rope out there. Krajosik caught it coming back to the ball and then made that one little nifty cut. And he was easily into the end zone. Unfortunately, Homer was holding.
39 seconds left here in the half, so they'll back Homer Center up.
Holding against the Wild
to the 47-yard line of Homer Center.
Wow, that was a nice pass, regardless of.
2nd down.
3rd penalty for 20 yards for Homer Center.
2nd down long for the Wildcats from their own 47.
2nd down, 20 to go for Homer Center. Receivers all over the joint. Low snap and a flag coming as a pass is out there for Roland, and back-to-back plays are going to come back. That's a touchdown pass covering 47. Maybe they can go for 52 because they're going to be illegal shift, illegal motion on Homer Center is going to wipe this one out.
Coach Page again beside himself on the sideline. I just get a charge out of watch. He's so into the ball game there. There was a flinch out there. We did see that here. Boy, I don't know how many times I've seen 2 touchdown passes in a row, both of which were called back. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Illegal formation on the Wildcats.
Do you think they're going to throw another deep one, Mark Milad?
We're going to find out with 32 seconds left.
Now, here's where you run a screen, but Homer, again, is just not real good at that just yet.
2nd now and 25. They need to get to the 33-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 42. 2nd and 25 for the Cats, and a give up the middle. And with the football to the 45, coming near side, Landon Hill to the 50. 45, double-teamed and dropped by Cade McCauley and Jacob Boring. And the Wildcats will take a timeout with 21 seconds left. It's a gain of about 14 yards for Landon Hill.
Bit of a collision there on that tackle. There wasn't much give either way, and boy, down they went. That was a good hard run by Hill.
Our ITT halftime show coming up. We'll have radio replays.
During this timeout, I'd like to take a minute.
Look at the stats.
United High School cheerleader
making that announcement about Piper Charney.
Last week enlisted in the Army National Guard. Let's please give Piper a nice warm welcome there. Warm round of applause.
On the eve of 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. The officials even applauding for Piper Carney of the United Lions. Nice round of applause. Chris Garetano, the new public address announcer this year, doing a good job.
Impending service to our country.
Takes a lot of character to do something like that.
I want to mention the Northern Appalachian Folk Festival going on this weekend in Indiana. Big night tonight and tomorrow. We'll actually be handing out some 11 by 17 cardboard flags commemorating the 20th anniversary of 9/11. American Legion Post 493 among the sponsors making that possible. We thank John Mester and Greg Fletcher and the team at American Legion Post 493. We thank them for their service, our veterans. 3rd down and 12, 21 ticks on the clock. Cole McAnulty takes the direct snap. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Double teamed is Krajosic, and he can't get to the ball, and there's no flag, no harm, no foul. Good coverage by Jacob Boring and Gage Gassmeyer. With 14 seconds on the clock, the Wildcats will be faced with a 4th down and 12 to go from the United 45-yard line.
The defender didn't look at the ball whatsoever. He was watching Krajosic the entire time, and that could have been disastrous because Michael could have adjusted to it. He might have caught that for a touchdown. You got to pick the ball up when you're running back there as a defensive back as well.
Well, 14 seconds on the clock. Wildcats will need to at least pick up a 1st down. And Cole takes the snap. Looking, going to throw deep again. Do they have anything other than deep? It is batted away at the last second as Anthony Rowland thought he had a touchdown on a post pattern, but Plowman with a nice defensive play. Wade Plowman, a 5'11", 150-pound senior, and the Wildcats bogged down in the drive stalls with 7 seconds on the clock.
They're going to have to ice Cole's arm here. I mean, he's been throwing 40, 50-yard passes here consistently.
So United, let's see how they play it here with 7 seconds on the clock from their own 45.
Jackson Ronan as a safety there to give.
Boring keeps the ball, and Bell, Mason Bell, the junior linebacker, has Boring as the first half. Ticks to triple zeros. Good first half for Homer Center. United undermanned with a lot of injuries, fighting hard, but Homer Center too much for them in the first half. Touchdowns for Rowland, Troop, Krajosic, and Landon Hill. And it adds up to a 26-0 Wildcat lead at the break. Stay with us for our ITT Indiana Total Therapy halftime report. We'll come back with radio replays, a look at the stats, and more from Memorial Field in Homer City on a gorgeous night for football. 26-0 Wildcats over the Lions. 76th straight year these two teams have met. Back with more on the WCCS Wildcat Football and Video Network.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Oh, now you do your job.
This is the voice of the Crimson Hawks, Jack Benedict, with some exciting news. I'd like to invite you to join me and IUP football coach Paul Tortorella every Monday night at CH Fields in the Hilton Garden Inn for Hawk Talk with the coach. Hawk Talk will be on the air from 6 to 7 p.m. every Monday on U92.5 and video streamed as well. But the real key will be for IUP fans to stop by to meet the coach, staff, and team members, maybe even grab a beverage or dinner. Join us every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. at CH Fields in the Hilton Garden Inn, Wayne Avenue in Indiana for Hawk Talk. This is the
I'm Shannon Lipniskis.
This is the voice. This is the voice of the Crimson Hawks, Jack. This is the voice of the Crimson Hawks, Jack.
I'm Shannon Lipniskis. Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues. You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
This is
I'm Shannon Lipniskis.
This is the voice of the Crimson Hawks, Jack Benedict, with some exciting news. I'd like to invite you to join me and IUP football coach Paul Tortorella every Monday night at CH Fields in the Hilton Garden Inn for Hawk Talk with the coach. Hawk Talk will be on the air from 6 to 7 p.m. every Monday on U92.5 and video streamed as well. But the real key will be